Hello everyone, I am the plane shifter fading to the universe of Heaven's Vault. Sorry about the lack of the recap. OBS was acting a little stranger and there was nothing new in that anyway. But we are at the Withering Palace. A place full of coarse things that get everywhere. Like Aliya. Okay, oh, didn't want to go down, but whatever. Mistress. Let's do a quick look around here. The wind's gonna make things hard. Oh. Statues. Must be tired. For a moment I mistook them for giants. Ooh, there's stuff here. The ego and sun. Let's take a look here first. A fallen rock. I'm glad I wasn't standing here when that came down. And I'm glad Six isn't here to see that and do his thing. A table set for a meeting. Looks like it ended in an argument. Could have been moments ago. The ego and the sun. That dates the site beautifully. Gotta be careful with outside areas. So I can see them more clearly from up here.
A circle of stone gods, staring each other down. Each one daring the others to blink first.
I feel I know and I feel I don't. Timur always told me there were 7 ancient gods. So here he got to where he got that from, I have no idea. We found 6. 1 for each of my robots. Something wedged in the stone. No, nothing here. Really? How bad is the place down here? By the wind. I'm glad I'm not doing this in the dark. A breach in the wall. This whole structure is intact except here. There is no boulders, no signs of impact. I think this was demolished. But I can jump this. I'm sure I can jump this. Are you going to jump this? What kind of archaeologist can jump over a small gap? So long as the stone on the other side doesn't break, of course. Jump. Jump. I can't. Not since the plank giving out on Rambo's dig site. If the floor on the other side gave out, I'd break my neck. I'll have to go back. A pit in the ground. There's a pit in the ground down there. It's not finished. It's not unfinished building work. Perhaps the building continues underground? I just need to find a way down there. Shouldn't be hard. I think I've explored everywhere that I'm allowed to up here. Haven't found anything other of note on this. There's a book here. Okay. Something in the sand. Nothing. Must have been mistaken. I love it out here. Some people live and die on Iox. They never see anything. Okay. Mistress. But since this is a Holy Empire site, the ancient gods shouldn't be here at all. It's just completely ignoring sex. The gods were turned down, destroyed by the Empire. Like the one on Alboreth. There are no gods on Iox. So why are these gods here? Laid out reverentially. Stuck fast. I believe the wood has warped in the frame, mistress. Anything here we can use is a battering ram. You may not remember, mistress, but I cannot pick anything up. Doesn't fit. This isn't the right library. This isn't even is a library. Let's try this. Whoa. There. Open. I snap at the copper pocket knife. You should not use archaeology items to open these doors. How old would you say the site is exactly? I would date it back to the very first days of the Holy Empire, mistress. Probably constructed during the reign of the first empress herself. Another inscription. There's a few words in this one. Okay. Made. Will be made makes sense. I believe you can be confident of your translation for made now. I'm thinking this triangle thing may have something to do with manufacturing, building, construction, stuff like that. Will be made, written, no, everything, no, healthy, people joining together, flat, I guess healthy works. Sick will be made healthy, makes sense. Sick, the people that the life is not flowing. Yeah, sick makes sense. A hospital? Was this a hospital? Safely away from everyone else? Tended by robots, perhaps? Without the gods watching? Did the first empress who declared herself holy, did she still believe in the older gods? Still fear them? Maybe she knew that the gods were hopper points? A makeshift ramp. That ramp is a door. There is no way it fell like this. Someone made themselves a way through. Someone with a robot. Maybe someone brought robots with them. Built a ramp so they could get in. Or then again, maybe they took some robots away. Maybe this place housed robots. Interesting, mistress. Robots would certainly not object to the conditions here. Although they would object to all the stairs. That's a point. Another book. It's a question. That isn't the phrase for fair. Okay. Why did they put fair here? It's more like no. Could be if, could be what? Together. Yeah. It's a question. So what we know? Or could be if, could be if, could totally be if. If is actually more conditional. Like when, where, if. Yeah, that makes sense for the symbol. If we know. Mistress, I do not wish to alarm you, but I am sure I heard something moving nearby. Oh, here we go again. What kind of something? Stone, mistress. Stone against stone. Oh. You think the gods are coming for us? No, mistress. Something below. Ooh. 6. Is there a vault here? Have we found it? No. Found the vault? Perhaps, mistress. The site does not seem ancient, however. Remains of a fire. Someone was here recently. Somebody who did here to keep warm. More than what they could find. Books, most likely. No, nothing here. Let's check upstairs before. This place... If this place was built for robots, why are there so many stairs? I don't know. It's strange, I agree. Another freeze. Similar to the one we saw in the Garden of the Emperors. Perhaps this one is slightly older. Even more worn. A line of figures, some stopped, some young, some stooped, some young. Gathered together, then falling. A bright light. No inscriptions? That I can make out. This is a hole. And I'm not gonna deal with holes. I'm gonna go down and try the door before the ramp. Stuck fast. I could just use the gate, but
The rock had been scooped out to make a roof for the courtyard, keeping it safe from the endless storm beyond.
it's so quiet.
This was a secret place.
Some kind of ritual space. A hospital or something worse. Sacrificial grounds? There is something about this place, mistress. I cannot, as you might say, put my finger on it. A good something or a bad something. Perhaps both, mistress. An uncanny something. Perhaps you heard something about this place? No. More than that, I believe this place is familiar to me. And yet I have never left Iox except in your company. I do not understand. Maybe you're built here. Oh, this is a sacrificial place. This looks like an altar to me. Is this a temple then? Did the Emperor secretly worship the ancient gods? Inscriptions. And something's been chiseled in here. Beautiful workmanship. There is some death over there. that opens. Yes, no, something's wrong here. Mr. Translation is clearly incorrect. There must be another possibility. No open. So that is no. If this is open, this is a door. That is door. Yeah, gates. Does indicate. That is door. What did he do on the table? That sounds hard to say. But if that is a door, what's on the other side? Did people die here? Were they sacrificed? I think this is a sacrificial pit. There's a hole here. Have you worked out what was troubling you yet? Yes. No. There was a chair. What kind of chair? Here. In the center of this place. A chair. On wheels. I sat down in it, mistress. They put something on my brow. What do you mean you sat? I sat in a chair. Golden painted, of course, carved with leaves winding up its legs. Faces watching me. I remember the texture of the wood. I could barely lift my head, but I lifted it all the same. Mistress, I was tied. Something's happening to you, 6. There's something here doing something to you. I am myself, mistress. I am not surprised if that upsets you. Do you have an off switch, maybe? Do you? Kinda. Now, be quiet. I can't hear above the shutter. Ora is going to have fun taking you apart. Okay, the Giving Goddess. The winning goddess from the theater in the Doom and Market Moon. A Rishing God. This one is the Tau God from the old dock. This must have been placed here deliberately. To mark this god in particular? Was this goddess particularly sacred or dangerous? No. This goddess is just one of the six gods in a circle. She has no special position, no special dice. She must have been sacred to whoever came here. Whoever smashed down the wall. The buried god from the mine. Goddess of miners. So did miners come here? Miners from that mine? Here's Kibania. This one is Kibania, the water goddess. Nice to see an old friend out here. The dead goddess from the Emperor's secret garden. Still weeping. The god from the Roman market moon. Let's read the glyphs. I know the symbols at his feet. To read a serpent. That would explain the lack of arms. Although it doesn't explain why the ancients worshipped snakes. This god has the name Blocked. Most curious. Yes, I see. Glyphs. I'm right sure of these glyphs as well. They say water. As we thought. Maybe Kibania is water in the ancient language. I wonder if behind all of these there. More glyphs. Then might well to hit this who this goddess. This isn't a word I already know. But at least it looks simple enough to guess. Ground, fire, wind, metal. Does ground make sense? The god of earth. A goddess of the earth. A miner's goddess. Alright, know these symbols. They say sky. That confirms it. Sky god of sailing and rivers. I think this is new. Just one word. At least it's short. A place of light, and this is the circle means object. Sun. Sun god makes sense. Light god also makes sense. Sun. That would explain what it is given. light. And I cannot read the goddess of death cliffs. Let's check this thing, then we'll go. Mistress, I have completed my analysis of the Hopper Eye. I have sent test packets through and analyzed the minor refractions. I would like to leave now, Mistress. But I cannot hopper us from under the rock. We have acquired intriguing artifact here, the Chronicles of Mazwai. With luck we'll be able to trace it. I'd like to activate the hopper now, Mistress. What is the matter? Are you going to tell me what that hopper does? I observed two things about the hopper. Individually they are of trivial interest. Together they are unpleasant. Just tell me. This eye is flawed, Mistress. Internal cracking means it can only refract some of the information passed to it. Specifically, the physical matrix is not refracted. If used, only the neural mesh would disentangle. I'm an archaeologist, says. I speak ancient, not whatever language that is. You might hopper to the eye and never arrive. My second finding is, however, more pressing. The hopper is not broken. It has been carefully engineered to function this way. But what good is a neural mesh without a physical matrix? Or maybe they brought a matrix with them. I'm starting to piece together what this place is for. Perhaps so. Could a neural mesh be stored? For what good that might do? Perhaps we could head towards the gate, Mistress. Shall I use the hopper again, Mistress? There's still more to do here. If they can hopper only the mind of someone, and this was a place with robots. Oh, I cannot. So this hopper is a way to kill people. An execution device. Not quite. Or a way to store people, Mistress. A way to bottle them. That would explain the difference in statuses of different robots. Some were actual people. Maybe all robots are people and not servants. I hear something, Mistress. A name. Whose name? Not who. The name of this place. This is the Withering Palace. That I knew. I don't see any plants. I do not believe it was the plant who withered Mistress. The people. This place doesn't seem grand enough to be a palace. There are no ornamental domes, no gardens. There must be more to this place, but what? Something embedded in the altar. There's something in the stone here. Don't touch it! I've never seen anything like it. Don't touch it! It's a device of some kind. See what you make of it. Evidently it's old, mistress. Evidently it is very old. Tell me something specific, robot. I would estimate the metal in this piece to be nearly 2,500 years old. Another item from the forge I made, that's Azure. Another artifact from the great forge I mentioned. It is possible. But if we still do not know where the forge is, or even if it existed. Is this lined up with the eye? Is this aligned to the hopper eye? I believe it is a hopper source, yes, mistress. A sort of emitter. Although it's clearly defunct. Whew! Let's keep it defunct. You know the thingamajigs? The source appears to be aimed directly at the hopper eye, mistress. That's not a question I'd like to ask. I'm gonna do it anyway. Can we use it? Do you really want to? I don't know, but you could. My ethical core would not permit that. If this hopper directed one underground, mistress, then one would require another hopper inside that space to return. Is this a place of execution? Yep. A hopper set up to carry you straight into a rock. It is indeed possible. Or it creates those thingamajigs that robots have. The mesh thing with data in it. I forgot the name. It's gone. There is nothing more. The voices are gone. What do you think they were? Who? Friends? Children? A whole life's worth? Wait here, 6. I'll be back. Mistress, please, do you really have to? Ouch.
Empty, cold, stale air.
What is this place?
A cavernous space all around me.
Aliya, what have you found? A hole. And a big one. Let's remark. This space is huge. And so cold. It must go right away down to the core. What was that? I'm sure I heard something. Sure of it. ghosts. I kicked a stone. That was the noise. If there's not something moving around here. Definitely. You seem to be whispering. Ramps. No, stairs. Easy now. Easy, don't want to fall. No, seriously, what was that? I definitely saw something moving, I didn't. Where are you going? The noise has gone now, I think. Was this a treasure vault? You could store vast amounts in here. This isn't the Rainbow's mysterious vault, surely. I don't like it down here one little bit. Perhaps it was for strong water? Could be. It's large enough to hold a decent reservoir. Is there a lot of souls here? But then if you had a wellspring, why bother with a reservoir? And if you didn't, how would you stock a reservoir? I'm talking to myself. This place was built for robots. They were buried in here. A place for robots. I wonder if there was a chamber like this in Iox somewhere. Light from the opening above. The only light down here. The freezer cell showed people falling into a light. What happened here? But why build something like this? A prison? As a hideout? This isn't a good idea. These walkways are steep and narrow, and who knows what's down there here. She really doesn't want to go down there. This chamber was sealed up. The underground room has no way in or out. The robots were kept down here, but then someone let them out, potentially by accident. So the Emperor's buried robots. The Hopper Eye must have been the only way in. Whoever built this place was burying robots alive. But not like they were buried on Iox. Not simply bricked up in the walls. Coming back, 6.
There was something down there. I'm sure of it.
Shall I try the hopper one more time, mistress? Not just yet. Not... Miners freed the robot from the underground chamber here? But why? Maybe it was an accident. I think there might still be robots down there. I heard things moving around in the darkness, crawling up and down the ramps. If they have not climbed out, mistress, they cannot be robots. Mindless husks, perhaps, but a true robot would be compelled to explore. This door seems stuck, as usual. Servos? We could tell Amadou about this place. If you want an Amadou to disappear, mistress, and never to return. No, not a bad thought. Except that his daughter would not be happy about that. Any inscriptions on this side? Oh. I never seen ancient symbols in scroll like this. Written in charcoal, I think. But I've got one of these words right in my notebook, but I can't take a stab at what's left. The symbols are somewhat like my translation for there. Five, one, once. There, you. Five, three, one, once. Hi. Next, you. 10 frog, 20, 100. To you, and this word reminds me of some others I've seen. Hi, next, you. Numbers, these are number notations. Five. 100. To 5 is 20, 21, 25, 40. $520. I'm fairly sure those two are numbers. What that remain to signify? I have no idea. Shall I use the hopper again, mistress? Soon, not yet. I'm not satisfied with this place. That was very random. There are some carvings here. Not much visible. Want it all the way. Few images, but it is hard to see what they are. The stone's panel must have all been scribed on, telling some kind of story. Gone now. There is more graffiti here. Someone was stuck here for a long time. Someone wrote something on this pillar. More charcoal glyphs. This one looks more promising than the last, I think. Ooh, that's a lot. This one is several words. Woohoo! Woohoo! I have several words. Friend. Hour. There's so much stuff. Emperors? Off. That doesn't make sense. From our I think this is the way this is laid out. It's a word. Could be palace of is this home? Home palace? Doesn't make sense. But protect palace of whatever friend from our can make it even fail. Maybe because I should place a shoot here to make it fail. Forget that then. No, protect palace of shoot friend from our. I don't have enough words. Okay. I don't want to climb down again. Or do I? Every time I was walking down there. There. But this one's too faded to read. There's something here. A small metal candle holder from the mining camp, I assume? Someone was exploring down here. On the bracket there is an inscription. Whew. This one is a broken piece from an even longer phrase. Safely, there's sleep safely. It's a long one, but I think it must say sleep. I'm convinced of safely too. Child must be right too. Me, of me, my. Sleep safely, my child. Does sleep safely, my child make sense? Totally. Candle holder. I guess you cannot explore and talk at the same time, which was what I was trying to do. I'm hearing footsteps that are not mine. Or are they echoes? Probably echoes. This place is starting to make me nervous. Wait. How far does it go? How many robots were down here? And where are they now? There's no down here but darkness. She just outright refuses. Why over here though? We have collected one more intriguing artifact here, the candle holder. It would seem the side was connected to somewhere else. Shall I try the hopper again, mistress? Still have more to do here. I found a candle holder down there. I think it comes from the mining camp. I would agree. So the miners came here just as we thought. And once here they did some damage. want to inspect as much of this place as I can. Make sure I got everything. And I'm gonna go say that yes, I did. The Withering Palace. Oh, it was a retirement palace, and yeah, people were to grow old here and then maybe upload their consciousness to robots. Or maybe I'm reading too much here. I'm not risking that again. Pretty sure you gotta look like time, Aliya. Don't worry, you have plot armor. Mistress. Yeah, let's get the heck out of here. Shall I use the hopper one more time, Mistress? Do it. Leave the moon. Be red, Mistress. The Withering Palace. Alright. Let's check our solvable inscriptions now. Give the statuette to Tapi. Peace. Sleeping peace. My friend. There we go. 2 more words. Yeah, definitely. That's a golden statue. Sleeping piece. Huh. Metal candle holder. Sleep safely, my child. Okay. The one I just found. The mosaic floor. For many. Haven't I found one with this? Was of water. Okay, split many, yeah. Save. Gift. Delivered. This is kind of a whole thing. Gift of water was given for many circuit seas, rocks. There's probably moons, like single thing where that's a place that life moons. Gift of water was given for many moons, I think. Seas. Yeah, level up of home. I'm gonna go with moons. Written in a notebook. Money lost their friends and many lost their parents and their children. So parents. Interesting, it has a symbol for time. It's you repeating yourself? Found on a heavy roll of paper. Sleep in withering palace. Ooh. Is this sleep like being used as a thing for death here? This doesn't fit anywhere. Song. I think some symbols don't matter. Is this a symbol for animal? Song of songbird, song of ideas, song of tree, song of iron. Maybe this is an animal that lives in the plants and but yeah, this one is an animal that sings and probably flies. Songbird. Love and song will live in your heart. Will lift your heart. Alright. That solved a lot of stuff. Can go to Iox, can go to Elboref. My friend Alright in Citadel. And the trader tapping might help me identify the source of the silver divisional icon. So you know what, she could go there next. The Heavens Vault is still gigantic. But this unknown site, yeah, totally the next thing I'll be doing. Should I just let let 6 take me to Alboref? I want to talk to Tapi. God current. Where did it end up? I'm trying to go right ahead. There we go. Alright, 6, take me to Alboref. Oops, there was a question. I found a god buried in the bottom of the mine. I do not know how to respond to that statement, mistress. Perhaps I should say, oh no, you didn't. I did. It saved me. It helped me to Alboref. The god I found beneath the mine. It had been carved into the rock around a narrow opening. Someone had fashioned the mural crack into an eye socket, but there was something else behind it, watching me. Aliya. I will wait here, mistress. Still quiet. It will have to do. Here. I'm not drinking today. As you wish. See you around, Timur. Don't be a stranger. Come on, 6. You offer to Hopper. Let's see Tappy. Said Boyok Ifarali. Set Ifarali. Set Boyak Kari Ifar. So you can think of what to say next, okay? Still no use. Set Boyak Refar. Kibenya. Yenihoa Sale Kataliti. Aliya, come on in. I've uncovered a few items you might be interested in. Oh yes? This is a sliver from an ancient crystal devotional icon in the goddess of water from IRC. Nice enough. Ah well, I can most likely do something with that. I have something of a similar period, I think. Now then. A stained fragment of a canvas. The scene has been marked with characters too. This is a tattered fragment from an even longer phrase. Gods and winds protect you. I can add my translation for protect to my dictionary now. Oh yeah. The The gods and the winds protect you. Finished. Is there a deity for sailing, I wonder? You know, there was a sky god after all. This comes from the same place as the motto I found earlier, I think. We've got a lot of information on the unknown extremely ancient site now. This will make it easier to locate. So, you've seen it. The fragment of canvas for your sliver from a devotional icon, the goddess of water from Marcy. Agree to trade so I don't need to keep saying this super long thing again. I have a deal. I'll be sorry to sell this one when the time comes. I found a few more items you might be interested in. Oh yes? A tinted lamp made on an unknown ancient site. A dented ancient iron lamp. We could pick up that in an alleyway. And in one piece too. My dear, I trade mostly in mechanical contraptions and silver and strange things. Not rubbish. What you give me will keep me in the business for a week. Anything else, let me consider another time, my fine lady. Alright. See you later, Tappy. Let's go to the ancient site. May your footsteps fall soundly, Aliya Elasra. We have one new artifact to consider. Shall we leave now, mistress? Do it. Stand by, mistress. And so we left the surface of Elbaref. Are there solvable inscriptions now? Carved in a statue base. God guard serpent's eye. Okay. Not yet. Why are you flickering like that? Nothing new on the ship. Let's do things. The super ancient site is the only thing that is left now. Other than Iox, which we are not returning to until we have run out of leads. The Heavens Vault is probably going to be complicated. Let's sail there. Manually, I want to hit the... the ruins. Yep, okay. I was ready to go right, but I couldn't. We are already on unknown waters. There is an unexplored river to the right, and probably to the left too. It's actually not taking me anywhere useful. Take the next left. Region of minor flow, we are getting close. Or maybe not. There is some distance away up ahead, a ruin of some sort. Can't see it. There we go. From ancient times. A heavily scratched brass oil burner decorated with a birdie design. Etched glyphs between the feathers. Ooh, here we go. Away, darkness. I'm certain my translation for away is right now. And darkness must be right too. Send. Send away darkness. Push away darkness. So makes sense. Carry away. Send the person to carry. Yeah. Send away darkness. There are new rivers to the right and to the left. Ooh. Over there. Over here, everywhere. And another annoying area of less flow. Not much is happening here. There to the left will bring us to the ancient unknown site, mistress. Go to the left. A ruin! The earliest days of the Nebula. Should only take a moment. Goddess of Water effigy. Okay. I wonder how long it's been out there. Inscription on the base. Oh. I've not encountered any of these words anywhere else. But I can still make some guesses. Do not Lost tonight. Just denotes action. Surrender or give someone. Do not surrender hope. Or, oh, okay, lose, lost. This makes more sense. Do not lose hope. So many things. Come on, move. Oh, I think I found it. There's something here. I will activate the hopper now, mistress. I really hope it's not timed. This is the oldest site we found.
We made
Whoa,
our way
lush.
between ancient clustered trees. The air seemed to hang from their branches, dank and heavy, like wet cloth.
This is remarkable, mistress. This place is thriving. What are you expecting to find here? What lies in the heart of a forest? Water, mistress. It's gold. The mist. I've not seen mist like this since my RC. There's a way down through here. Oops. I hope I'm not walking in circles. Nothing about the stone. Nothing about anything. You won't get stuck in a bush, will you? I will pick my way forward somehow, mistress. And please try not to trip over your feet. Hello. Curved marks. That's interesting. Here. Curved marks. In the stone under the moss. Overlapping like the scales of a snake. Tracks? From some kind of enormous stone grinding creature? They will be from the blade of whatever tool dug this canyon, mistress. Although I cannot think of anything capable of carving on this scale. I can. It's called water. You think this canyon was dug? Naturally. Entropy creates plains, mistress, not winding channels. But how? Why? Did the ancients pick their way through the rock with spoons? How, I do not know, mistress. And why is very much your area. Good point. Fallen trees. Is this a path? Unlikely, mistress. A path suggests people. And there is no one here. There must have been people here once. This place feels ancient somehow, even if it isn't anything here. It's so quiet, so still. I detect endless movement, mistress. Leaves, insects, ceaseless. Shh. I heard something moving. The trees, most likely in distress. There are animals here. What kind of animals? Multiple kinds, mistress. A large number of types are required for the system to be sustainable. As I understand it, they eat each other. You don't eat, I suppose? I have not eaten you yet, mistress. So how do you keep going? I am powered by a small reactor of some kind. I do not know how it works or how long it will last. Much as you might say about your own heart. Why would anyone who could build an upriver point it here? Are you sure about the bearing you took from that crater? Absolutely sure, mistress. After all, there is a moon where I said there would be a moon. We're not the first to come this way. Look, something has been scratched into the rock and highlighted by the moss. Woohoo! This is the start of a fragment of text. Okay. Nebula. Oh. Water. Here. Vault. Scenes. No. Flies. Hoppers. Huh. Drinks. Sings. It's not blessed. Give. Hoppers here give water to Nebula. Hoppers related to the vault. Huh. Hoppers here give waters to Nebula. Hoppers? Why would anyone need a hopper out here? Is there something hidden on this moon? We found the source. I'm gonna so get lost. Oh, it's a god. I wonder how far this forest stretches. The whole moon mistress. Like an apple bristling with mold. We've got a real thing against life. Haven't you, Six? There's something through the trees over there. A statue? I knew there would be something here. Interesting. There must be a way through the trees to it. I lost it now. There. That's probably Kibenia, and the Kibenia Eye on Myers Sea probably give water there. How does life going on without knowing how removed it is from everything else? That's why we found at the withering palace. If it's not from Iox, where is it from? I believe the text is new, but the paper and binding is old, mistress. The pages have been scrapped to provide a new surface upon which Mazwai text has been written. And where does the binding and paper of the Mazwai comes from? The same site as a few other artifacts we found somewhere ancient here, perhaps, because you need trees to make paper. How is it possible you remember the Withering Palace? I cannot be sure, mistress. I think I must consider the matter more. Maybe Oroi could help you? I do not want your friend poking around inside my core. I am well aware of what happened to my predecessor in that shop of hers. Would you allow a Myersian pig slaughterer to perform a heart operation on you? That's not the same. Maybe not for you.
The trees parted into a clearing around a listing statue.
Bless the waters. Nice to see a familiar face. Definitely Kibania. Okay. That's not what I expected to be on the base of the statue. A medal? Is there anything else here? Apart from the goddess? There is definitely something else here. But I am not sure what. There are trees here, 6. Not only that, mistress, there are also mushrooms. It's a forest, 6. Of course there are mushrooms. You asked me to guess, mistress. Mushrooms in a damp environment are indeed plausible. And yet I cannot see any. Oh, there's an inscription here. Misclicked. This one is a fractured piece of an even longer phrase. Nebula. Water for Nebula. Gives. Water for Nebula, yeah. Goddess. That's a lot of glyphs, but I'm sure it translates as gives. The goddess gives water for the nebula. The goddess gives water for the nebula. Done. Does giving water means distributing it? There's obviously water here. Did they believe the goddess shared this moon's waters with the rest of the nebula? A metaphysical explanation for the existence of wellspring? And is the statue covered in mushrooms? No, mistress. A metal dice. Look at her podium. It could be more different than the setting on my RC. Although perhaps the shape of that one was made to match this. More like the ramps and panels on the old dock than anything else here. Is this some kind of mechanism? Perhaps are you suggesting it rotated, mistress? So she could look around? I was thinking of the engineering. But if you were going to make a base that spins, perhaps it would look like this? Undoubtedly, mistress. After all, the goddess would no doubt tire of looking at the same tree. Or it spins in order to look at different places of the nebula and send water there. Oh, I would love this thing. She'd want to take it apart boat by boat and deprive the nebula of water. Is that what she did to your third robot, mistress? Shards of glass at her feet. And a hole going down into the mechanism. Whatever this was, it's filled in with dirt. A lamp, perhaps, mistress? To light up the statue? But why would anyone want to do that? Humans are quite obsessed with lights in my experience. You people are like moths. Okay. Yeah, we like to see things. Another glass disc. There's another disc on the side, but this one is intact. Reminds me of something we've seen before. It's a hopper thing. If I can just remember what. I've got it. It's a hopper. This is what the carbon message we found earlier was about. The water hopper. The hopper of the water goddess. Firing up to somewhere. Not only that, mistress. It is still working. It is radiating at this moment. What happens if a hopper signal is blocked? The connection no longer exists, therefore transfer do not occur. Whatever might have been relocated is not. It's definitively the goddess from mercy. But mercy was drenched in water. Although I suppose this place must have some somewhere. Is he looking at something? Over this way. Yeah, that before we touch hoppers and end up on the other side of the nebula. This is right there, fanciful mistress. Surely she is looking at the top of water. Does that statue mean there's a settlement here? Buried in the tree somewhere? There are no buildings on this moon. The goddess is looking about here. Was there once something around here? Strangely enough, mistress. There is something under the dust here. One moment. By all the wakened waters. A hatchway. Look for inscriptions. Let's see. Water symbol there. Here along the side. Just need to split this up. Robot entrance. I'm sure my translation for an entrance is correct now. That's complete. Robot entrance. Does that mean you can open it? Perhaps, mistress. If you could step back, mistress. Really, mistress? Indeed, there are connections that fit here that fit. The mechanism is similar to those in the mining camp and the old dock. There. A hopper, an underground chamber. Whatever is down there, it's being sent from here to somewhere else. Water, mistress, I think. The reservoir below is filled with water. An underground reservoir. There's clearly an active wellspring here. And the ancients built a system for hoppering the water away. So the hatch is an access panel to an underground reservoir. Robots could go down and clear it if it became blocked. Most likely a robot was positioned inside. And the ancients who built this place set the water goddess here to look after the place. Who knows, perhaps Myers had the same setup. Symbols inside the hatch. Symbols inside the hatch, but it isn't ancient. It's some kind of diagram, lines, nodes, a map. I don't know what it is. A map of the place, probably. A diagram of the moons fed by this place. That could be a pot too as well. Wires and cables for a machine. But you can see where the hopper beam is going. I believe I can, mistress. The signal from this hopper. Interesting. It points towards Iox. But you're serious? This place is where Iox gets its water from? And if I were to shut this place down? Please, mistress. I do not like to consider it. If the people on about knew 6. Honestly, I don't think they'd hesitate. They'd shut it down and then trade water for work in the fields. then I do not suggest we tell them. And I shall personally inform Professor Mayari at the earliest convenience. One more reason to not go to Iox. I can't make anything out. Just darkness. This is an entrance. There must be a way down safely. If the entrance was intended for robots, I would anticipate a ramp. Perhaps it has collapsed. Maybe it was an elevator. That is quite plausible. But if through there is no way down, spores, mistress. There are mushrooms down here. Mushrooms? 6, I'm happy for you. You said 4 was unlucky. How exactly? It was short and rather sharp. If recollecting the event causes you distress, I'll forgo knowing. No, I don't mind it. But you might. Four fell in the canyon. That seems careless. That was 4 all over. So this was a hopper tube. Presumably so, mistress. Blocked now by dirt and forest detritus. But curiously angled. There is nothing in this direction. We are at the edge of the nebula already. It can't have hoppered water to nowhere. This hopper source. It would appear to be pointing in a direction similar to that of Rimbaud's telescopes. This hopper is pointing to something outside the nebula. Perhaps to Heaven's Vault itself. Ooh. So how do we get there? To the site is aquifer unfed. The site, if there is a site, is across a vast tract of dead space, mistress. Short of wishing a river into existence, I do not think we can get there. I did it. There is warmth here. Not much, but a little. Maybe this one is working underneath the dirt as well. The eye this hopper transmits is most likely a wellspring, mistress. It's definitely warm down there here, I think. There. Is anything happening? Perhaps, mistress. A very faint flow upwards. Something maybe in the sky. But you can't be sure. It's almost undetectable. It needs more water. Mistress, surely we cannot be correct. The well springs cannot surely all be fed by other well springs. The water in the air must originate somewhere. Maybe or maybe not. What if it is a cycle? What if there is a great loop after all? A loop of hoppers feeding into each other. There's a third disc here. So only one of these hoppers is still intact. The glass disc we saw must have worked to hopper the water away. When they're all blocked, it's got nowhere to go. Where does this one point? I am unsure, mistress. Somewhere we did not find, perhaps. 3 to 5 didn't take that long, really. It was something of a blur. Why are you talking about that now? Line of sight. As simple as that, then. Now the water on Iox is drying up. Not yet, mistress. There is still water in the flow. But soon. I cannot wait to tell the professor about this action of yours, mistress. Wait. Mistress, you've broken something. Anything you do with motion is dangerous? What kind of something? I can't see properly. I am detect deep movement. Echoes from below. Mistress, I can feel the water rising rapidly. Let go. Interesting. So this hopper really is doing something. Well then, mistress. Iox will be breathed in sigh of relief once more. I need something you could cover the disc with. How about this ornate reliquary originally from Hamble's dig site? Oh, there's a thing here. A rock. Perfect. A nice sharp flint. Mistress, please. I do not like to see you armed. I don't think I want to block it. But if the rivers and the well springs are all a loop, how could they be drying up? If the rivers are maintained by a network of active hoppers, mistress, passing water from place to place, it seems like there are inefficiencies. A little data, a little water lost on every transmission. Eventually drying out would be inevitable. What should I do? What should I do? There was definitely something going on. But if the rivers are drying out, if the rivers are the well springs, there's going to be a draw. Indeed, mistress. A drought that cannot be stopped. The darkness. Here goes. The surface is flooding more quickly. Most likely the level did not entirely fall last time. Well, is anything happening? I am observing the stress. This place was built to create rivers. From a wellspring below up into the Nebula. Rivers to Iox elsewhere. But the rivers have been drying up. And the hoppers filling up with dirt. Where are the robots that should be tending to this machine? Something else is happening. I cannot tell what yet. What happens if you leave the hopper covered? The moon floods? What next? The water must eventually go somewhere. Perhaps it will flow into space. Perhaps it will create a river. Mistress. The water appears to have stopped rising. I thought the pressure below ground has dropped. And mistress, something's forming in the sky above us. A new river? Tell me we've just made a river. Where does it go? There is only one way to find out. So there is a new river above us. It would appear so. May I activate the hopper now, mistress? Let's get out of here. Leave the moon. Be ready, mistress. boy. Did not expect that. That is door. Our parents cannot take us away. Okay. Am I going to the Heavens Vault? The water from below is disentangling around us, mistress. It is beginning to flow. Flowing some kind of path. It is quite beautiful. You can see it, the path. Does it look like what we saw in the mosaic? There are lines of force through space. Arcs, grooves in the surface of things. I can see them. The rivers trace their outline as they flow. We have made a new river, mistress. Or recreated a very old one. Perhaps it will flow all the way to the Heavens Vault. And Iox? The river to Iox is gone, mistress. It will not come back. But after we sail this new river, mistress, there is no reason to assume there will be a way back. We had better find out. I do not think we have a choice. We are already moving. Oh boy. Ancient aquifer, Iox. Sailing to Heaven's Vault. We summon a rear upper to an ancient aquifer, running deep into the darkness outside the Nebula. 6 had triangulated the network of telescopes and traced the line to Broken Hopper on the forest moon, the site of the Heaven's Vault. There's definitely something out there. Okay. Well, we screwed up Iox, I guess. This is a strong river. What is the Heaven's Vault? What does it vault? Whoa, by the rivers. Where are we? No ruins any stretch of the way. I think we found it. Let's go down. Heaven's Vault? There is a moonwort here in the dark.
We had followed a strange and winding road through the loneliest reaches of space. And on the moon at the end of the path was nothing.
It's a desert. That's the place from the beginning of the game. I was hoping for, I don't know what. So, what do we do now?
But now, I didn't know if I could return.
We climb. I was thinking about one. He never did introduce me to the annals of Mazwai. He always said he would. I imagine he's still waiting for the right moment, mistress. I wonder how long it will be before he realizes you have gone. When he's really going to miss me, I think. We've been friends since I arrived. Did you not appear to have much in common, You do not appear to have much in common, mistress. He'll move on. I think you're wrong. I think I might have broken his heart. Mysteries are few you are likely to be forgotten as to be grieved. You are hardly one for community. That's an unkind thing to say. And why would that matter out here? Looks like something crashed here. Something big. Something big. I was thinking about Timur. He seemed quite serious when we told him about the lush graveyard moon. I wonder if he really will find a way to ship water from there. It seems the ancients used the hoppers to transport water. Perhaps Roy can do the same for him. He's going to find a great market in Iox if he can do it. It's likely to cause considerable upset to that goddess. Grave markers. Just like the one we saw in the Garden of the Emperors and outside the Hermitage where Remba died. Lots of them. Either people lived here somehow, or else they came here to die. So where did all these people go? Out there? Into the Nebula? Missouri Katikma Tima. Whoa! What? Can you understand what it is saying? Of course not. I cannot speak ancient. Farangiazai Hui Katabeskite Si. Seems strange to think I might not see Mayari again. Do you really think she killed Remba? I wonder if maybe she did. Because what he discovered the last Emperor's body and returned to the rivers? It is possible. Boats do not usually explode. There's so much happening at the same time. Remba didn't seem to mind having blown up. The recording you spoke to was made before he died, mistress. Should Remba return via the loop, I do not think he will be so considerate. A description. This is broken off. Hundred to my dictionary now. Hall. Truth house some tune? No. Some of us have lived 100 times. Okay. Do some of us have lived 100 times work? Yep, loop and stuff. You do not regret not staying on Alboreth? Not marrying him? Nope. I knew him when I was little. He should not have asked me. Curious that he did. Perhaps he saw value in you, mistress. Yam for Orientaya. Uhitsk Kuroki Kat Kamiang Basayan Fartaya. I wonder what you're trying to tell me. Discabes Orienci Mai Mifarti. Kihuisk Kmia. Ayatin Gori Mifarbes Hutsur Ufar Ibizakaya Katkis. Who are you, I wonder? What did you want to say? Seeing me magteortikat? Farbizmaya kizutkik ori. This is creepy. I don't understand you. I'm sorry. Engix mix mu ha koraya far. Could they hear use, do you think? I thought a vault would be underground. The word vault has two meanings, mistress. It's a sunken chamber or else a high arc, even a leap. So which is this? Perhaps both, mistress. I know that shape. Kibania. I always said she was truly ancient. Perhaps this is an old road. Is there anything here? It's up there, but mistress. I am not sure you will survive this climb. Your lungs. They've been getting worse. You have sheer lung, don't you? You always have had it. Don't lie. I live with it. I was born with it. Lots of aberrations are. The one thing my parents did pass on to me. But look around, Six. It doesn't matter out here what I've got. Mistress, you cannot simply ignore reality. I don't see any way to turn back. So we go forwards. Kibania. The people back in Myers would not believe it. Perhaps this is her home. Then she's not a very good water goddess. Look at this place. There's an inscription. Although we already know Kibania. This is the end of a longer line of text. Goddess of okay. Master wings. Sailcloths. flowers. Goddess of sailcloths and flowers? There is definitely something weird about this place. Something about the air, maybe. I can smell nothing, mistress. Of course you can't smell anything. You're a box of motorized boats. There's something here. A wooden hatch. Nothing like as fancy as the one in the forest. Filled in with sand. But still I think it must have once been a well. Guarded by Kibania. Only why would there be a well here? Surely there was never any water here. Perhaps there was a river to this place after all. There may be water here again soon enough. But look at this place, 6. It couldn't be more desolate. Many years have passed, mistress. Too many to be sure of anything. The wreck there is further away than it appears, mistress. Please do not lose yourself in the open desert. This way.
And then we began to climb. I fell silent, saving my breath. The robot purred along behind me. The wind offered little secrets and then snatched them away. But something was wrong.
Six? What? 6, I feel fine. The climb. It's easy. Indeed. It seems there is something wrong with gravity here. Is there the area light here? Or a lector off? No, mistress. Would whatever field the iolite was storing, field warhead, that field warps around this place like a cocoon. This one looks close enough. What are these things? I've never seen anything like them. Turbines? What are they for? Jet engines? Was it a tower? The structure is like a metal crater we found, but the materials are quite different. It's ancient. As old as anything. The walls, mistress. They are inscribed in some detail. No symbols. Fragments of images in the rust. Six, can you make anything of these etchings? I will take a look, mistress. Can you read it? Just wait, mistress. Etched with some kind of blunt blade. Carved in later, I think, than the metal was made. But worn down by the sand. Hurry up. Tell me something. Well, have you found a paradox, 6? Are you thinking about a paradox? If one could see this, I'd like to see them tell me that history is a fantasy now. But they'll never see it, of course. No one will. We have sailed beyond the edge of the world. This is the side of the heavens vault. I'm sure of it. This place is a wasteland and I don't see any way home. Now the river continues, but who knows to where? So how long are we gonna take, 6? Mistress, I believe I have some sense of it. Tell me a story, 6. The etching tells the tale of a group of gods who strode forward across a wide desert from a place of much water bringing water. They caused the fields here to be fertile. For a time, terraforming? Strode. A god with feet? Perhaps, yes. A village rose up around the god to worship the god. The god demanded tribute, I cannot tell how often. A tribute of people. And then the god was killed. The villagers fought back, good for them. And the god is above us, mistress. I think this mountain holds the god's tomb. Then let's go bother a god. The robot you claim to have encountered after a hopper malfunction, mistress. It occurs to me it might have been a recording. A recording of what? Of whom, mistress? Rainbow was a skilled roboticist. He may have found a way to store a recording and force it into my core. It was a message, not a recording. I spoke to it. They are the same, mistress. Messages the professor sends you are not live connections. They are recorded personality states. As am I, mistress. There must be a Rebex phone nearby to resonate our opposite frequency. In short, for whatever reason, Remo went to a lot of trouble to speak to you, mistress. A ruin. It's not much of a ruin, but it's still something. I do not think the statues carve themselves, mistress. I'll stay here, mistress. I don't find the drop. Description. That's enormous. There's a few words in there. Nah. Heavens. Do I have that word? Us. What's the word again? And through. Darkness. Open. We'll open. Eye off. Many. This. through. I have no clue what I'm doing here. Maybe stars makes more sense. Open it. Do I even have enough words for this? Where is never? Okay, I did something. Yep. You open it again and heavens us through way of darkness and of never many. What do you do for now? How does one fly through a sun? Unless the eye is like a hopper eye, I can make any more of it. The sky god. That's the top. We're far from now. The sun goddess. Look at that. Hard to imagine this place busy full of life, and yet this is where the Nebula began. An inscription. This one is a fracture fragment. Okay. Geo of I believe you are correct about the translation of geo. Okay. Geo of what's it turn out? There's no lobe side item. Evening light. Sunset. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Geo of evening light. I think that's right. How did I end up here? Please climb carefully. We are doing a loop. Careful you don't roll backward. Careful you don't roll backwards. It's a long way down. Take a moment to rest before you walk, mistress, please. Now I can check the god. This is the summit. This is as far as the path goes. I said now I can check the god. There we go. Some symbols in ancient. Sky, God, knows all. I believe I remember the word knows, mistress. The Sky God knows all? By the stars, that was a long one. Let me check the description they have. Do I have solvables? Boreal hatch. Carry crystal from St. Peter's Eye. Okay. And here's the vault. Break it up, opening. There is something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? Only one way in? As far as I can ascertain, yes. There's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet. But I think I can read it. Heaven's Vault. Short and sweet. Heaven's Vault. We are here. It's a name. But of what? But there's more here below. Strategy, it must be a warning. This one is a phrase run together. Got this. Will. Temple. That's a symbol for water. Why don't I have it here? For all is Nebula. Daytime 7th praise past. Past God. Place that whole, yeah. Past God. Will. Drink Nebula until closer to, until all is dark. 7. Praise wish. Which god inside this temple will drink Nebula until all is dark? $70, because this is maybe no 70 god inside this temple will drink a Nebula until all is dark. The 70 god inside this temple will drink Nebula until all is dark. Makes sense? Kinda. Drink the Nebula. The great darkness. The drying up of the rivers. The 7th god. Whoever that is. Still, this is a temple then. Heaven's vault is a temple. Set here above all the other gods. The darkness that Nebula warned us about. The slow disappearance of the Nebula. This is it. Whatever's inside here, that's what's doing it. Draining the forces that drive the rivers. Bringing darkness. Mistress. But this is interesting. I can feel a breeze. It must be open on the other side. Open onto what? Push out a brick. That should be enough to climb through. Not for me, mistress. Can you widen it? Mistress. Excuse me a moment, mistress. As soft as butter. There goes nothing. It is beautiful. So many symbols on the wall. A shard of metal. Positioned like an icon. Do you recognize it, Santiago? No, I suppose you would not. No, I suppose you would not. It is robot metal. It reminds me of the Sun Dio on Iox. The curve and the spar. No wonder no one can get it to work. This is older than anything we've ever seen. It must be original. As much as anything can be, it is. This is. Death, water, the operation of these doors is simple enough. waters above. What is this? What have we found? The exit of the holodeck. Aliens, another door. No handles, nothing to pull or push. Not magnetic, mistress. It is like the catech's gate. Do I say a word? Kibenia. By the goddess. What is this place?
The tomb was not a tomb. The mountain was not a mountain. This was heaven's vault. And it was still alive.
What is it made of? The same as the structure on the docking crater moon? I believe so. Timia Ikisbes. Set Boyak Rafar. Kataya, my friend, Mayakti Kati Bes Yorikis. There are robots here. Doing what? They are mindless, mistress. Ants. You're not excited that there are more? This is a graveyard. Pussycat Bex Ingmiamiori. I have no idea how to translate the speech. Farkia ayatiu humikati sfarmia. Siaib zorkikat tikikishori. Servos. Young Niaz Mibs Farki Ayahwari Niyat Farizi. Six. I don't know what I'm looking at. Nor do I. Though I am quite sure that I have been here before. I'm not entirely sure that. No, it still makes sense that some people would put themselves into robots. Me saying Katik Saya Kimnisi. Is there any way into the center circle? In Yahud Katiki. No wonder the gravity outside was wrong. This moon's hollow. Tayami Katio Farbeskat. I can't see any way into that central loop. Mayanasiki or Yangbes. This is incredible. It's like nothing I've ever seen. Like nothing anyone has ever seen. Ah, there's a bridge. This way. What? Where did it go? Walkways over empty space. Are they stable? They have been stable for thousands of years. This is the mountain. This is the inside of the mountain. But what is it? It's like a palace. Like a generator, mistress. That we are inside. Across quickly. Boy, I should have stopped years ago, but robots, servos, mindless drones. Could tell Amadou about this place. He'd love it. No, mistress, we cannot. There is no way back to Renaki. If Master Amadou came here, he would also be stuck. It was just a nice idea, 6. What do you make of this? It's central to this whole space. Move aside, mistress. Yeni Hoa Mix. 6. Ari and Basaliti. Yaki and Si Farali. 6. Are you remembering something? Whoa, Sifar. Welcome, Overseer. Tell me. Do you wish to vault? You're an eagle. I am the ship. Do you wish to vault? Are you observing the rivers? The great darkness. The rivers disappearing. You're doing it? %65% of the car is now recovered. Please answer the question, mistress. Do you wish to vault? To vault? What does that mean? A viable proximate system has been located. A lensing singularity is available. Refraction error is minimal. Please, mistress. It hurts. Do you wish to vault? Who I'm talking to? Are you the seventh god? I am the ship. Do you wish to vault? And what happens if I say yes? Does something happen to the nebula? Entropy is inescapable. The rivers will inevitably run dry. But we will be elsewhere. The overseers must answer the question. Do we vault? We can turn this off. Stop. Entropic loss during recovered has been significant. Further loss will render vaulting impossible. It is very difficult to regain my control, mistress. But the ship is desperate to explain. It believes that allowing the core's energy to simply dissipate will cause great harm. It believes that. But to vault will also cause harm. It is bound by its ethical core to decide, but it cannot. It is in agony. I wish to vault. This ends now. Oh boy. I wish to vault. Mr. is about to leave everyone in the nebula behind. When the rivers fail, they will all be lost. Only we two would escape. Finally, some. But what happens if we don't vault? The rivers fail and are lost. I want to shut this place down. Shut it all down. I am an archaeologist. I walked through dead places once owned by cruel wild kings. I've stood on the graves of emperors. I've wandered empty marks that once thrummed with a wealth of voices. I've seen the work of time firsthand. Time destroys every action, every idea. Nothing lasts. Not possessions, not fame, not fear. What was kind becomes monstrous. What is understood is overturned. We do what we do, and then we pass on. What this place was built to do doesn't matter anymore. Release the rivers. All of them. Do it now. I obey, Overseer. I am releasing the core. And now we're leaving. Did we save the Nebula? Mistress, the sky is changing. New rivers are forming. Are we home? Thousands of ways. There is a but. There is, mistress. I will remain here. As you point out, the machine in there is rather old and stupid. But it seems to me there is another way. You two should get along. Yes, mistress. But perhaps we'll meet again. Now the Nebula is connected once more. I will hopper you down to the Nightingale. Good sailing, Aliya Elasra. I wonder how stupid 7 will be.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present. But the past is just another story. How we tell that story, what it means, that's for us to decide.
I think he missed stuff. Lots of stuff. This is an interesting game. Yellow said at one point I would have to speak, but I couldn't figure out any sort of speaking. I also was told there's a new game plus that keeps my knowledge of the words I know. I might continue on this game. check out other stuff, explore it a bit more. It is about exploration after all. And maybe go to Iox for freaking sake. This ending felt disconnected. It kind of was, if you come to think of it. The entire Heavens Vault was disconnected from the Nebula. Who can read it? I can't. It's difficult. The divine light gives life to your path, ascension. I don't think I have the symbols. I did not vault. The ancient engines of the heavens vaulted, aid returning their power to a long-forgotten river, giving me 100 new places to explore, but would explore them without 6. Ancient forest moon visited Alboreth. Inscriptions. Solved and solved all inscriptions. Okay. Maybe there's more to it. Climb the stone staircase, more ancient mine. Find the cornerstone and under the copper box that's marked his name, unlock it. Open the lid. Take out the tablet of lapis lazuli. Read. The epic of Gilgamesh, okay. The game is resetting. Start plus, delete save. We're gonna start plus. We're gonna explore more. We're gonna check it out. I think I got. Well, I saved the Nebula, but there's more to learn. There's more to do, and we're gonna do it, but not today. That's gonna be for next Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Gym Chemistry. And for next Sunday, next Saturday 3 p.m. I'll be playing more Shanti, Half Genie Hero. And next Sunday at 8 p.m. I'll be playing more Minecraft. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I am the Plane Shifter, and I am phasing out. Bye.